Yeah, this is great, everyone. And Amanda, I believe this is your first time here. Would love to hear if it is, and how you heard about Venture Cafe and what you're focused on and how we might be able to help. That's a lot of questions.
If I remember correctly, actually, Tuni, Amanda had come to a couple of Next Gen networking events.
Are you there, Amanda?
Yes, that's correct. Sorry, I just had a newborn.
Oh. Congratulations.
It's a little crazy right now. I started my business in Rhode Island last year, and we did really well. So I'm starting my second one this year, and just growing the first one and popping out babies.
There you go. What is
Like
your first business and what is your new business?
I own a marketing agency, and we specialize in promotional products, but we have like a community and kind of philanthropic premise. I actually did the SEG program last year too, and that was amazing. And the second company, we're going to be a booking and management company for professional soccer players, because freestyle soccer is becoming big. So we're going to be booking them at private parties. And then we're going to be working with schools to incorporate next gen science standards and some curriculum to assemblies at schools.
Jordan, is that how you know Amanda, from soccer? Wow. That you should talk to Jordan. Jordan is brilliant and very strategic and very well connected, very entrepreneurial, and he's also a really, really good soccer player. So yeah, so there you go. You two should definitely connect. Well, welcome, Amanda. Is it a girl, boy?
My second boy.
Oh, congratulations. I've been there. Enjoy this time. It passes fast. I have a 26-year-old, a 19-year-old, and a 14-year-old now. It's like yesterday. Crazy. And please know that Marc Kitz, who's on here, is an amazing sales specialist with tons of experience and he's a great teacher. We should drop in the links to the videos from his workshops.
Okay.
Or we could just drop in the playlist, I guess.
And I think Marc is speaking today, actually, at Venture Cafe Cambridge. So.
I
heard that, Marc.
Quick too.
Oh, what's his name?
This is Enzo, and my other son's Luca.
Nice. Sound like soccer names.
They do. I know. We're setting them up for success.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been great. And actually, if you could do some sort of segment on like being a mom, like a professional mom, I know a lot of people I can get to come to that.
Okay. Duly noted. Awesome. We love that. Check. Amy said check. She's the queen of programming. And she is really good at it. And she always takes notes when people, we love it when people ask for certain topics. Marc, what are you going to talk about in Cambridge today?
It's going to be essentially the same as the session that we did on April 15th, which is getting more comfortable with selling. It's kind of that part one that we did. So maybe if someone, people that might have missed that one or wanted to ask more questions, certainly more than welcome.
You should take that link and make sure Claudia or whomever, I don't know, Jordan, I know you're running one of the sessions, the virtual Cambridge sessions. That would be good to drop the link from the one you did here, because that was such a great, we edited it and there's the video for that. So it might be good to also share that to the people who join you in Cambridge today.
Sure. Happy to do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's always great to have you here, and thank you for bringing the startup story. Super interesting.
Happy to try to help.
Alejandra, did you do that video? Did you put that video together? You're muted.
Yeah. we ran a lot this week. We did it in a week time.
Yeah, it's great to have that kind of visual, and especially with the language barriers in the US market. I think having those marketing tools are going to be really helpful for you.
We're really happy with the results. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes,
we're really happy.
Yeah, and having
thanks, Marc.
Yeah, Marc is fantastic. He's a great community. Amy and I are really passionate about the startup story because we've already had positive results. It's a great addition to a deck for, startups that are looking for funding, and approaching VCs and whatnot, because, the deck is the deck and it's important, you got to have it. But a 15-minute video it's not a heavy lift for a potential funder to, take that time
Yeah.
to look, and it's a different perspective. It's kind of more holistic perspective. And as we know, there are other things between the black and white tangibles that potential funders are looking for, and potential clients, right? So,
Yeah.
so we hope it's also another one of your tools in your marketing toolbox. When
Yeah, it's a great idea, and I will put it on our website
Cool. And
as I finish this chat.
Brian Morley, I see you're on here. I don't know if you got to see the startup story.
I did not. No, I came in a little late there.
It's
Sorry
pretty
about that.
cool. So we'll send the video to you because it's a great way for founders, startups to get to their MVP quicker, with less expense, less time, etc. So we'll definitely get that over to you. Brian is awesome, and he helps all kinds of companies at all stages of growth, but startups in particular too. So, and his area of expertise is medtech, life sciences. So it's good for you to know. So what's going on? What's new with you with Emerge Works?
Yeah, just kind of chugging along with Resuscitech as one of my major clients, and we had some pretty good announcements on some strategic partnerships in the fitness industry, and we're also looking to kind of explore the coaching industry right now. So started making some relationships with some non-for-profits in the coaching industry, and I think we're going to be meeting the Rhode Island Interscholastic League next week on the technology, and then also the following week we'll be at Fenway Park, the Positive Coaching Alliance, which if you know anything about coaching, Positive Coaching Alliance is a pretty sound non-for-profit around kind of developing positive coaching techniques, right? So, and they have sponsorship from all the major sports leagues. So they're going to have a fundraiser at Fenway Park, and we'll be a part of that as well, which will be pretty exciting for Resuscitech. And then for Emerge Works, there's other clients that I can't really share too much information on, but making some good progress within Rhode Island, and then also outside of Rhode Island with some of my previous experience in some kind of there's some spine medical device and some biologics things that I'm looking at as well. So
Remember last week when I called you out and you were saying how excited you are because now you know that your company is emerging, unintended. You're now kind of like I forgot what did he put? I think you use like the Avengers as an example.
Yeah.
You have like a dream team of like this amazing knowledge capital and you're all kind of aligning your forces when applicable to, really support your different clients. So you can come together to talk through a client project or whatever. And then we ran into the Zuck last Thursday night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
For those of you. Yeah. And it's funny because he's excited to be working with you too. And I just love that you come from different backgrounds, but all of you are aligning your knowledge capital. So it was just funny that happened. But while we're here, I just have to call out two of my teammates. Ashley's sister and brother-in-law, I believe I have that right. Ashley, are you on? She's been on the whole time. Yes. So is it your brother-in-law and sister, because your sister's a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, right? So your brother-in-law owns Planet Fitnesses. So Resuscitech, the last in-person event I went to was We Women Entrepreneurship at Brown, We at Brown conference. And I was one of the judges for the pitch competition. And one of the winners was Resuscitech, which is now Brian's client. And they're really growing. It's a really cool technology that helps teach CPR. Is that the worst elevator pitch ever, Brian?
No, I've heard worse, Tuni,
Okay.
but that's okay. Yeah.
Kind.
Ashley, nice to meet you. And I'd love to maybe take a call offline to share you a little bit, share a little bit more about the technology, but it's essentially an app-based, it's the first and only app-based CPR first aid AED training for bystander CPR. And it has actually the hands-on component built into the phone. So that's where the kind of the magic is. So you can get fully certified at home. So if you think about from a Planet Fitness and all the trainers that have to come in there and they all have to be CPR certified, and then the turnover and things like, and the compliance and all that component, and getting them trained and maintaining that whole problem goes away. And the other benefit of it is most CPR trainings happen in about 6 hours, and ours is under 90 minutes. So now you're converting that to billable hours so that the trainers can focus on actually training people. So there's a pretty big value proposition from a gym owner, a general manager, and a trainer themselves. And that's just one industry. And we're going to be branching into other industries, but that's where we're focused right now. So I'd love to, any connections or conversations, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Actually, Brian's been like an integral community member since he left J&J and started his own consulting practice. He's one of our VMS mentors. He shows up all the time. He's been on our program tons of times. And Resuscitech, we've been a supporter of Resuscitech ever since they started too. So it's exciting. And then Jordan, my friend, talk about what you and your dad and your brothers do.
Yeah, I've been messaging Brian on the side, but
okay,
you
I
should
figured
definitely be
you
aware
were.
of the United Soccer Coaches Convention, which is a national convention. I think that in 2022, it's in Kansas City. I've been to ones in Los Angeles and Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. So every year there's a soccer convention where you can get a table and talk about your technology. So that's probably something you should be interested in. And I can certainly make introductions to. My dad's been like a national coach of the year for soccer, and we're a big soccer family. Both my brother and my dad coach full time. So we can definitely make some introductions for you in the college industry for college coaches and elsewhere. So we can.
What about your mom's community center?
I'm sure they could probably use it as well. My dad has a gym. My mom has a community, or my mom runs a community center. So yeah, there are definitely some other areas that we can discuss.
All right. Well, I'll swing by the CIC today and hunt you down. I'm over at Nemec right now, but not too far away.
Awesome.
Right.
I'll be there all day, so stop by.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Does anyone have anything else they want to share? We can cut this short. We found it's summertime in New England. What is that saying? Summertime and the feelings something. And you want to talk about tonight? I was going to, before I closed out, I was going to say, all right, Amy, can you, so we'll just say no one else has anything to say. So can you say what we're going to cover tonight? Because I'm so excited about tonight, and also talk about next week, because I'm super psyched about ag tech too.
Yeah. So we are, as most of you know, hosting an in-person session tonight from 4 to 6 o'clock p.m. The conversation will start at 5, and we're talking about the future of Black philanthropy and giving in both in Rhode Island, but outside of all around the world. And the reason why we're so passionate about this topic is we have this really awesome colleague friend who is leading now a foundation called the Muse Foundation, which is doing micro grants to organizations. And it's a fantastic opportunity for community focused giving. And I'm going to drop the link in the chat to the in-person session, but if you follow that, you can actually also attend this conversation online. We are now officially having all of our conversations online and in person in the evening times. So please consider joining us at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time tonight. If you can't be in person, 4 o'clock if you'd like to join us for some DJ music and beverages and awesome networking opportunities. And then next week is our last virtual venture cafe in the morning for right now. We're constantly iterating, so we don't know what the future will bring, but we're going to try for the rest of August and September to host really in-depth discussions in the evening times again. And those will be a hybrid sessions that will be in person and online. So please join us. Next week, this week, all the time. Anytime you want.
Yeah, thanks everyone for being here. It was great to meet you, Amanda, and hear from you, Adriana, and see all of our friends.